So here's the deal. Everybody on the planet has the same problem. There's Lucifer, and he's in your face. He's just in your face nonstop. If you can't feel that, then you're just going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck in a mindset that's constantly in like a worry state of mind or a doubtful state of mind. Just one negative impulse comes from him. Like if you just like, here's a random example. Just driving, like you're just thinking, and then all of a sudden you're like, and then wait, where'd that feeling come from? Let me back it up. Where did that gut feeling just come from? It happens in an instant. It can happen at any time to anybody. I don't care how holy you are. How Lucifer is just in your face. It's like that Pet Goat 2 thing where you got Derek up there in a little TV like persecuting the woman, or the egghead without the egg. I mean with the cracked head. He has a way of just, like snakes. He just slips in, slips out. It's like almost as you get punched in the eye. Oh, how the hell did that happen? Where'd that come from? You don't know. But you feel pain in your eye. And you try to just convince yourself, like, oh man, maybe it's just maybe I slept wrong. Nah, man. It's Lucifer. He weaves in and out of your mind all day long. If you can't catch it, he doesn't even have to weave in and out too much. He can just kind of go in a straight line because he knows he got you. Well, his time is up. Seriously, in everybody's mindset, his time is up. Not just as the person in the flesh, not just the man that everybody's gonna look at like, wow, you're the man that, like, you are the man that caused all this stuff. Wow. Just by having the truth, just by knowing it, gets rid of it. I always want to share my moments with anybody that will listen. The problem is, in real life, these moments, I don't really want to hear it too much because, for whatever reason, because it's hard to get there. It's hard to think like, oh, what, you mean you can be okay like all day long and be fine and just feel freaking great, like just because you can recognize where Lucifer is and how he just swarms around you. But when you feel the presence in the spirit, it's not any person. It's not that person there. It's not her in the car. It's not when you think somebody's looking at you or whatever the case is, because that's just Lucifer in your face. So that's why I push record and just, I have a thought like, man, I really want to share this with people. It'd be nice, for me to share it with people, and the same people that I'm sharing it with, they actually want to listen in real life. Now, I have faith that in real life, there's a point in time where everybody I've been talking to about these things that, Robin's just, he's out of it, that you're going to want to listen, like, and you're going to sit down, you're going to actually ask questions, and I will be glad to give you the answers for whatever. And if I don't have the answer, guess what? I don't know. I just don't know that answer. But there's people that don't want to hear it either. You don't want to hear it, do you? You just don't. It's hard. I get that too, because I wear my wife out. Like, I know when to back off. I know because when you recognize the spirit and you understand that it's just the spirit that's in front of your face 24/7, until you say, hey, Lucifer, get out of my face. He has to get out of your face because you recognize it. He will take up all the space imaginable. He just takes up space if you don't take the space. If there's a land and you have two groups and there's extra land, and don't you think one of the groups is going to take up that space? If you don't acknowledge it, it's going to get taken. Once you realize, no, get the fuck out of here. This is my space. This is my space. He has to get behind you, Satan. That's how simple it is. Everybody needs to understand that. Everybody that's behind the scenes, that is afraid to say anything because of who your boss is, and you know exactly what he can do because you've probably seen some things, and you're like, man, Robbie, you better shut up. What is wrong with you? Knowing the truth. What's wrong with knowing the truth? Nothing for you, everything for them. Oh, everything is on the line. This world is up for grabs. If you don't realize that this is our world, this is ours. We're taking it back. If you don't realize that, then you're not part of the people that are going to be taking over. You're part of the people that are going to be taken over. See, that would be Lucifer right there. He could slip and slither his way between both interpretations of that word, taking over and being taken over, but saying it at the same time, making you think that we're going to get taken over, but when he really knows it, he's getting taken over. It's time for everybody to recognize that, okay, here's you. You're me, right? You're me. The phone is Lucifer, because when you put a phone in front of your face, don't you feel judged? Fine. Okay, here's Lucifer. Hey, Robin, you know what? Nobody's gonna. Look, Robin, you need to stop. Nobody wants to hear a word you're gonna say. They're all gonna judge you for it. Don't you understand? You need to shut the fuck up, Robin. You're talking too much. That's the spirit, okay? Keep that in mind. Visualize that for the rest of your life. This phone is Lucifer, just swirling all around you. And then when you say, get behind me, Satan. This is my space right here. This is my domain. Get out. He gets out, just like that. When you come back home and you finally wake up and you got those bum spirits hanging out, like beer cans everywhere, dirty clothes, just, filthy, hoarding, you kick them the hell out. But if you don't realize that they're taking over your vessel, they take up space. Every space imaginable is theirs. They're going to take it. You're the one that got to take it back. They have to submit to you because they know once you are awake, it's over. Then they show their true cowardly spirit. True cowardly spirit. Because they have to hide so much. Knowing the truth simply sets you free, just like that. It's not complicated. It's taken me 44 years, from the time of birth till now, to just finally figure out that it's just Lucifer swirling around in your face, constantly throwing any type of doubt, any type of word, any little tiny thought imaginable, especially when you feel good about something. Oh, no. But what about this? It's like, but you know what, Lucifer? If it takes me 44 years to figure this out, and I can help you figure it out in one day, and you've been this way my entire life against me, but it's time for you to get behind me and submit, I'm perfectly okay with it. One day, I have to suffer 44 years, and I can teach you in one day, and you just learned the humbling feeling of submitting to our Father in heaven. Because then you can start appreciating things. Like, yeah, that does feel good to actually do something for other people. My best friend when I was 14, 15, kid looked like Nirvana, straight. That was his favorite band. He looked just like him. He told me the one time, he's like, I'm going to kill myself if I don't, because I don't have any clothes. And he was dead serious. Dead serious. Because what he seen in his vision, he told me, he didn't see his stepdad blow his brains out in a bedroom when he did it. But he seen his stepdad walk into the bedroom with his brains blown out while he was alive. Seeing it, telling me about the experience. This is what he's seen visually. Visually in front of his face. So yeah, when he was talking about killing himself because he didn't have a set of clothes, well, what I did was, I didn't have any money, I don't have a job, let's go to the mall, I'll steal you some clothes. And I remember stealing him 3 outfits at Champs. I gave it to him. He didn't kill himself. About 4 years later, he finally went through with it and did exactly what he said he was going to do. I couldn't talk him out of it. I didn't have the ability to talk him out of it. I could only steal something from him. I didn't really know how to talk to people. But he was my best friend. We tripped on acid a hell of a lot too. So it's probably around 16, 17. I tripped on acid about every day or every other day for an entire year straight. I mean, people got weird. I got weird. This is why I stayed away from people so much, because things got so damn weird. Especially when you smoke weed, you're out of it. But you're not out of it because everybody else is weird and you're just observing. But I would only want to hang out with him. I only felt comfortable hanging out with him. And then the spirit got him. Lucifer, swirling all around. You ain't good enough. Take the fucking gun and do exactly what your stepdad did. Go ahead. You ain't a piece of shit. That's what Lucifer is. He does it all around you. Once you finally get him out of your space, he's gone. He'll try to sneak it. Get out of here. Because then it's not a real problem when you, like, yeah, I'm venting a little bit, but it's because, you know, my best friend killing himself back then, and then his brother, younger than him, Joey and Bronny, I sold him I had a Dodge Stealth, the 99, the silver stick shift. It was pretty nice. I really liked that car. I sold it to him. At one point, he tried to wrap it around a pole and kill himself. And he admitted it to me that that's what he tried to do. But it had an airbag, so he didn't work out too well for him at that time. But same spirit, winded up getting him because Joey seen his stepdad blow his brains out. Therefore, that put it in his head that he should blow his brains out. Therefore, once Ronnie seen that the spirit continued, going down to the next brother. So eventually, the spirit took all 3 brothers, which crushes the family one at a time. The mom so it's trying to get the other family member, the cousin, I'm not going to let it happen because these are really good friends. Like, I know I don't hang out with them. I haven't hung out with them since he came to. I had my Mustang in the car show a while back, the Hatboro car show. I put it in there. I didn't really expect to win anything, but he was there, and my son and my wife. And my wife thought he was pretty funny because he had his big goofy glasses on. He was just messing with people. Like, having the comfortable feeling of just bidding off of people. And now he's down and out. And now he's down and out. And he needed my help, so I talked to him just the other day. You know, just talking him off the ledge. So I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm going to go hang out and have some coffee or eat some breakfast or whatever. And talk him out of it, because that's all that's going on. Is Lucifer is all up in his face, telling him he's a piece of shit, he ain't worth anything. The living conditions, the people around him. I can't help with much besides words. That's all I can do, is help him with words. And I told him that spirit it got the rest of your family. It's not getting you, man. It's not getting you. I'm not allowing it to take you as well, because I understand how that spirit is so powerful until you know it's there. Then it is so weak and pathetic that it's like a little spoiled brat little brother that just doesn't get his way, and you got to put him in his place. But the reason why people don't put him in his place because there's a lot of threats, there's a lot of fear involved, and so you don't want to deal with it. I had to deal with that with my kid's mom. She had a really, really tough demonic spirit that was just overpowering. And if you didn't, she would flip the fuck out. I said it before. Satan had a daughter. Satan, that's your daughter, isn't it? He brought her my way for me to learn the hard way with everything, and then finally come out on top after all this time of just battling just that one spirit inside of your vessel that's constantly telling you all types of shit that ain't true. I just see my wife. Just understand, everybody, that it's you, and it's the negative spirit of fear and worry and anxiety and anything and everything. It traps you. It corners you. This is what my friend is going through. He gets to a point where he feels so completely cornered and trapped, telling me that he's going to die in a couple days. Like, what do you mean die in a couple days? Is somebody after you? Do I want to know? And then come to find out, it's just a spirit inside of him telling him that I'm killing you in a couple days. You're done. I'm done. You're finished. Nope. So I spent a good hour talking to him on the way home instead of making a video talking to you. I'd say it was pretty damn effective, considering you got the kid crying his life out of him and then thanking you for talking to him, just talking to him. Because sometimes people just need to know that Jesus loves them. That's all they need to know. Because all you keep hearing it from everybody else is, and people that are around you are, you just have, there's just this hatred towards you. And I know he's a good-hearted kid. But man, is he down and out right now. And I'm going to lift him out. It's time to lift him up. So when the kid says, "You saved me," like in your ear after the conversation's over, I think I might have helped cast at least that immediate demon, the one that's ready to take his life, the one that's right there, getting ready to show him exactly what he needs to do to make it happen. I'm pretty sure I got rid of him. So I think there's like 6 more to go. I'm just going to slice right through all of them. The same way that I've been helping slicing demons out of your life. Every one of you that's watching. Just by talking. Who would have thought words were so powerful? But then it's like, well, how didn't you know that words are powerful, Robin? The Word of God is the most powerful thing. When you know the truth and you understand the Word of God, it's a sword. It straight slices like butter. Just like Trump said, like a knife. Just slice right through it. Trump knows. Trump knows. He knows what the Lucifer feeling is that's around. Because even just by publicly speaking, you eliminate it like that because people are all around you, right? But when you're an actor, you're used to it. It's your thing. But when you're not an actor, it's different. Because you have to learn. But to stand there in front of people, it's not like it takes courage. It just takes for you to understand that these are all people. They're there. They're here. They're there. There's one. It's the same as if there was like that many cameras all over the place. I do get it though, how it tends to make you feel unnatural because you're talking to something, but you just get right past it. Trump feels comfortable up there. I don't care if he's acting or not. You can tell, we're all still human beings. I mean, you can tell when someone's, their true feelings behind whatever it is that they're doing and saying. And everything Trump is talking about is biblical. Every single possible thing, talking about the wall. What's the wall? It's something that you hit, Lucifer, when you see it. So they want to take down the wall, don't they? But we're building the wall up. The wall is going to be built in troublous times. But Christ is going to punch through the other wall. So which wall are you talking about? Well, that's Lucifer's job to trick you. It's my job to open it up and say, hey, look, this is what it really means. Or at least look at it from another perspective. The children are less affected with the virus because it's harder for us to believe the bullshit that we're being told. It's easier for you to believe it when old Lou is swarming around your face and just putting his hands on your shoulders and pushing them down. Once you see that he's doing that, get out of here. Get out of here. But if you don't see it, you're constantly like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. My wife does that all the time. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, let me tell you what's wrong with you. What are you thinking about now? Why is that stomach feeling? Why is that pit, that knot in your stomach feeling like that right now? What were you just thinking about beforehand? Now let's focus on that. And it's like, oh yeah, because it's too hard to stop, flick the switch and stop if you're not understanding how to do it. That's why when it comes to my wife, I gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I gotta know when to back off, because you can't push too far, but you gotta push enough, just because there's little spirits that like to just linger around and hang out. But if you turn the light on, if you just flick the switch, turn the light on, they're gonna scatter. But you gotta do that first. If you can't grasp that, then you're gonna feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, aren't you? It doesn't matter who anybody is, your responsibility in this world. I know Click has a tremendous amount of responsibility on his shoulders. But God is with you, Click. Whoever is against the Spirit of Christ, you're either with it or you're against it. Your interpretation comes from judgment. Your judgment comes from Lucifer in your face. Lucifer in your face. It's not the Lucifer race. It's the Lucifer in your face. This is the race, though. This is why when Trump talks, he's talking about the candidate that is a great athlete. I'm not going to act like I don't think he's referring directly to me, because you guys on the other end that actually work for the inside, the CIA, the Christ imitator and associates on YouTube, I'm not going to act like you don't see it either. Like, King Darius, live forever. There's this Daniel, the one that just won't stop praying to his God every day. Oh my God, we got to watch him every day. Yeah, well, here's what we want to do, okay? It's so weak, the plan, when you can see it. It's so elementary, it's so childish. I got Sirius Satellite Radio. That's a whole nother story. I can turn it down. Yes, I can. I have bad credit. I didn't really have any money. My lease was up. When I need something to get to work, I can't buy the truck. So here's the only thing I needed to do. Here's how I was able to lease another truck. First thing I had to do is, before I go to jail, rob my boss, rob one of his houses, steal his appliances from a house that I was actually in remodeling back in 2004. Make sure you steal his appliances, and then you go to jail. And he doesn't really know, but he thinks it's you. And then what you got to do is write him a letter admitting what you did. After you have all these other cases, you're going to do at least 5 to 10, you think, in your head. So be honest and tell him what you did, and say, I understand if you want to press charges. I just have more cases to go, and so be it. And then when you get out, give him a call and just see how things are, and then he'll eventually give you a job. He'll loan you money to get you on your feet, to get you a semi-decent truck back then, and then continue on and just be who you are. And then this time around, just ask him for like $10,000. I mean, it's no big deal. I can't afford it. So you got to get someone that you robbed before. You stole from them. You're a criminal. You're a thief. You got to do that and then have this Jewish man forgive you in his heart and release $10,000 to you. And on top of that, because your credit's shot, well, you can't get a gazillionaire to co-sign for you. You don't want to ruin their credit just in case when your score is like below 4 or something like that. So you got to find someone else that, trusts your character, that shit happens, you made mistakes, you didn't make enough money at a point in time. You got this damn Camaro you couldn't afford, you should not have gotten it in the first place. It caused an argument between you and your wife. And so you got the lust of the flesh, got you in trouble. Needless to say, you give it back on your birthday. Instead of receiving a gift, you give it back and say, here. So the person you need someone that will co-sign for you. So when you go to put your name on a loan and the bank says, we don't even want you on our, you can't even be on the lease, period, sir. Because you're the one that didn't give us, you're the one that couldn't afford the Camaro. So you didn't pay it in full when you gave it back. We don't want you even on the damn lease. Shit. And now you mean I gotta get somebody to actually put the whole entire truck and everything in their name? Oh man, who am I gonna find to do that? Somebody needs to trust me. And then I can't even put, I'll at least add the insurance to because you can't do that either, sir. We don't want you anywhere near associated slightly with your name anywhere around our bank, our vehicle, nothing. Man, this thing is nice. It's nice and comfy and roomy. Oh man, it's like a limo back there. I mean, it's fast too. You just give it gas and you just go. Whew, man, so it's like brand new. So I don't know, man. I'm screwed. I don't know. You got to get somebody to say, yeah, you know what? I trust you, Robin. What's that? You're just gonna pay us a year in advance and like next month? When God is with you, oh, it's so good, people. I'll tell you, me and my wife Victoria, we got some. Robin talking about, we got some cars for you, Robin.